Iran's potential development of nuclear weapons has become a critical concern in US foreign policy and global efforts to prevent the spread of weapons of mass destruction. The implications of such a capability in the Middle East region are significant, prompting a reassessment of non-proliferation strategies. There's a growing recognition that traditional technological safeguards may not be sufficient to prevent determined nations like Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. Monitored agreements and intrusive inspections can impact Iran's nuclear program, but their reliability is debated. Amidst these challenges, it's crucial to understand the motivations behind Iran's nuclear ambitions and explore ways to dissuade countries from pursuing nuclear weapons. The recent pause in Iran's enrichment activities presents an opportunity for diplomatic engagement and exploration of alternatives to military intervention. Addressing the demand side of proliferation, often overlooked in non-proliferation strategies, is integral to understanding and addressing the motivations behind countries seeking nuclear weapons. While emphasis has historically been placed on technical and military approaches, neglecting the political and security context within which weapons decisions are made can limit the effectiveness of policies. Libya's case serves as a compelling example. Despite making strides in nuclear weapon development, Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi ultimately abandoned the program. His decision reflected a pragmatic understanding that possessing nuclear weapons offered little tangible benefit and would only isolate Libya further on the international stage. Gaddafi's choice to renounce the program led to the lifting of economic sanctions and restored Libya's standing within the Western community of nations. Iran's security motivations. Iran feels threatened by the US and its allies due to historical policies like dual containment. This perceived threat, alongside regional dynamics, motivates Iran's pursuit of nuclear weapons for prestige and deterrence. However, nuclear arms could isolate Iran and escalate tensions. Diplomatic engagement is crucial to address Iranian concerns and deter nuclear proliferation. The US and its allies shouldn't tolerate Iranian threats or the heightened regional insecurity caused by nuclear weapons, even if these threats are more psychological than military. Instead, they must acknowledge and address objective threats to Iranian security since the 1970s. US policy, exemplified by supporting Saddam Hussein against Iran, denied Iran the right to defend itself. A new approach to Iran. A fresh approach to Iran entails two key components: providing assurances to Iran regarding its security, contingent upon Iran avoiding provocative actions, and establishing a regional security framework involving all relevant stakeholders, including external powers like the United States. While some argue that Iran has previously received such assurances and pathways to reintegration, others question the sincerity and consistency of these past opportunities for diplomatic breakthroughs, such as the credible negotiation offer in May 2003, were missed due to elevated negotiation conditions and a lack of direct engagement with Iran. The logical diplomatic step is to initiate direct negotiations with Tehran based on mutual concession. Western acknowledgement of Iran's security concerns, normalization of relations, and lifting of economic sanctions, countered by Iran's demonstration of peaceful intentions across various fronts, including nuclear programs, terrorism, and regional conflicts. The case of Iran serves as a litmus test for this novel political approach, which must be pursued diligently and earnestly to address real security challenges effectively. What happens if Iran gets the bomb? The prospect of Iran obtaining nuclear weapons raises various concerns and scenarios that must be considered in crafting realistic US policy. While some fear Iran may see its nuclear capability as a custodian for the Islamic world or could potentially transfer weapons to terrorist groups, such outcomes are theoretically possible but improbable based on historical precedents. A more practical consideration is how nuclear weapons would influence Iran's relationships with its neighbors and adversaries. The primary utility of nuclear weapons for Iran would be deterrence, operating at multiple levels. Deterring conventional attacks from non-nuclear regional powers, deterring openly nuclear states like Pakistan and India, deterring Israel, and deterring major powers like the United States and Russia. Overall, the impact of a nuclear-armed Iran on regional security would depend on various factors and scenarios. While it may not inherently destabilize the region, the psychological and political implications cannot be overlooked, especially considering historical events like Hiroshima and Nagasaki. If you found this video informative and enjoyable, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more content like this.